Hey guys, it's Mike again. Here to talk to you about just two albums today, but I think this two is enough for this video. The first one I have to talk to you about is truly. I'm really happy to get this. I just got it on vinyl. I first got it on CD, but it's one of those albums I just had to have on vinyl, and it's called Sect Pig. Can't really see the artwork too well. Comes on blue. I think if you get the Die Hard, and I really like this album. It's a mini album. Each side is the same, but at first listen, it sounds like almost like an industrial album, like in a really good way though, like a really destructive industrial album. But if you really listen to it, there's not much industrial about it. It's got, I would say, almost grindcore style music. Now the vocals are very strange. There's some effects on them, and they've got this like weird like call and response thing going on in a lot of their songs, which makes it kind of puts you in a state of vertigo almost or something. But it's a very destructive, very harsh grindcore. Has great samples, has like a couple Charles Manson samples, and one really cool Charles Manson sample in there that I've never heard before. This is one of the few bands that do samples in a good way. It's not like 5-minute samples, but they fit with the music pretty well. And I really like this album. It's out on Nuclear War now, and it's definitely one of my tops for this year so far. It's called Sect Pig. Um, it's got a lot of like revenge style, like martial like imagery, and almost feels like grindcore plus revenge plus industrial or something like that. I don't know. It's really good. I don't know if there's a name to the album or not. I don't remember offhand, but it's out on Nuclear War now. It's brand new, pretty much. So now the next one, I'm gonna set the stage for this next album. Um, all right. Picture yourself. You go to jail from as a result of like you have a substance abuse problem, so you go to jail. Now you're there. You kick whatever you're on. After a few weeks, you're starting to feel a little bit better, but then something even more insidious creeps in. You lie awake in your bunk. The lights do not go out for 24 hours a day. See my dog? That's my dog, Slimmy. Okay, so the lights do not go out ever. About 24/7, you have people. You're in a dorm situation, so you're there with 200 people. So you have a small group of people who pretty much like to rap all night. Now, this story has no racial connotation whatsoever. Like, I am not a racialist or a racist or anything like that. The white people in there are equally as obnoxious, and so this has no racial connotations. Now the album does, but metal's not a nice thing. It's not supposed to be cotton candy and blowjobs all the time. So I mean, if that really bothers you, don't listen to the freaking album. But I do understand that feeling of wanting to wipe out an entire culture. You know, I get that. And but anyway, so you're lying awake in your bed 24/7. You can't sleep at night because you have a group of people rapping and banging on the tables literally all night. Now, the leader of this group is like a 7-foot black dude. I'm not kidding you, named Psycho. And he has a huge tattooed across his chest, Psycho. And he's like literally 7 feet. I'm not even like exaggerating at this point. And he's always in and out of the hole for like beating people up. So no one says a word to this guy or any of his sycophants, his cronies, his followers, who constantly try and be as obnoxious as possible in order to impress Psycho. This is a guy who's like, if this is in Atlanta, so if you've ever heard of like Bankhead, is an area slash street where all the rappers rap about. This guy's from Bankhead, and which is a really rough area. That's where all the heroin goes through in Atlanta, or not all, but a majority. And it's a really rough area. So this guy's like battle scarred. He's huge, and he doesn't give a fuck. So you're there lying there. You don't get out of your bunk much because 98% of the people there are complete assholes. Um, and you've slept all you can sleep. You just want to go to sleep. You can't read anymore because your eyes are buzzed out for reading, and you just have to lay there and listen to this. Day after day, day after day, you get this pain in your stomach, and it gets bigger and bigger every day, and you can feel it raising into your throat, and you can feel like the bile in the back of your throat, and the stomach pain gets worse and worse, and sometimes it's so bad. Did you ever hear the expression "seeing red"? That's a real thing, you know, and it just gets worse and worse, and you want to. Well, I think you get the idea. Well, I threw on this album, Intolitarian. It's a digi pack by the likes of Antichrist Kramer. Now, might know his artwork from Inquisition or Vasaileth. Great artist. He made us this noise CD. Now, there are no musical compositions on this CD. It's 2 tracks, very long, making use of samples. Um, Uses samples really well. Some of them are racist samples, but like, you understand what kind of samples I'm going through. This is another, again, really martial stuff. Like, Revenge or Conquerors, like the best way I can put it. But there are no musical compositions. There's a hell of a lot of snare drums. There's a hell of a lot of cymbals. There's a hell of a lot of feedback. There's a hell of a lot of screaming. You know, uh, throughout the first track, I kind of just laid there and let it wash over me. Put on, the military channel showing World War II footage, with the volume off, trying to get that whole death trip going. And then the second track started. I keep saying song, but they're not songs. The second track started, and slowly I started to feel a pain in my stomach, and you know, and it got a little bit stronger and stronger throughout the second track. And I think you get an idea what this CD is pretty much about. It's not a listen. It's kind of an experience. It's not a great experience. It's not really a good experience, but it's a strong experience. Um, it's awesome. I don't know. It's excellent. So I think he triggered the reaction. Antichrist triggered the reaction he was looking for in me. So I mean, what else can you say about that? Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.